Okay, at the moment it is around 7 a.m. in the morning. I just woke up. Saw some bullshit on the news. There's real coffee in here this time, I promise. See, there's real coffee in here this time. But apparently, from the news, somehow Katie Hobbs was elected as Arizona governor. I think that's utter rubbish. First off, the woman didn't even campaign. Every opportunity she had to, have a separate debate with Carrie Lake never happened. She never showed up for anything. Second of all, she has a past of saying very racist things towards the Latino community, which is not okay. And of course, overnight, suddenly her polls went up by over 380,000%. That's how many votes. That doesn't make any bloody sense, okay? Mostly for the fact that how would someone like her get so many votes in that amount of time overnight? And we wonder why it's called Election Day, not Election Week. Florida got theirs done, and they have triple the population, and they got this done in one day. Arizona took almost a week to count all the votes, even though they have a lesser population. I smell monkey business. Because mostly the voting area where all the votes were being counted, guess who was there observing everything? Katie Hobbs. And might I remind you that there were snipers and barricades all over the place. Talk about a free and fair election. And of course, let us not forget about the whole where... it's here somewhere. Can't see on the news. But it had to do to something with... with all the money we are sending to Ukraine. Mostly how they gave it, the Democrats give it to Ukraine. But then the President Zelensky, he puts most of it into a fund, into some, a different bank. And then that bank gives the money back to the Democrats. It's nothing more than a laundry pool. Think of it. If Ukraine is winning this war, and if by their own standards, and NSBC is saying that the Ukrainians are taking back the land, how the Russians are on the defeat, how the Russians are abandoning their posts, then why do we keep sending money to them? At this point, it's like playing a game of chess that ended 5 hours ago. It doesn't make any sense. And then, of course, well, who do you think was trying to do all of this? I'm still pretty tired. I'm just trying to wake up. Like I said before, it's still weird how the Democrats still have a huge lead. Excuse me. In almost the House and the Senate. Even though everyone says how much they hate them. Like I said before, there's no way that John Fetterwoman would have ever won legally. Can you remember one coherable thing he said that actually made sense? I can't. Not to mention the fact, well, the voting machines are not reliable. Some people use that online voting, where you would still go to the booth, but have an electronic device for you, and then print out your thing and put it in a machine. That can be ripe for corruption on either side. But I have some other news. Mostly hold up, I'm still trying to wake up from this. Almost time for my breakfast. But Carrie Lake, she is not conceited, unlike Dr. Oz. So ironically, she has more cojones than he does. And then we have the new Speaker of the House that's gonna come soon. Frankly, we're stuck between a rock and a hard place, or in other terms, between the devil and the deep blue sea. Because he's a flip-flopper. First he supported Trump, but then he didn't, and then now he does again. Somebody who would flip-flop their allegiance at a drop of a hat is not someone we would want speaking for the entire House of Representatives, let alone leading at least a book club. But unfortunately, there's not much we can do at the moment. Mostly because the Democrats would just sell races, even though they're both white women. Doesn't make any bloody sense. And then they're gonna say that you're for democracy for simply questioning, did this person get elected legally? Hell, they did it for 4 years under the Donald. For 4 years, they questioned. But as soon as we do it for less than a nanosecond, suddenly we're all bloody terrorists. I do not approve of that because then you can't have your cake and eat it too, in a sense. Like, they're like that spoiled kid who doesn't want to play fair by the game's rules unless it suits them. Like, he or she, because would constantly try to change the rules every time they start to lose. But as soon as it starts to fit them, suddenly the rules are okay. That's not democracy in the slightest. Isn't that something that a certain mustache Austrian man did in Germany? Or a bald-headed Italian did in the 20s? Or maybe a tobacco-smoking Soviet man from Georgia who did for at least until the 1950s. That's not a democracy. Stuffing the ballot boxes with dead people's votes is not a democracy. And waiting an entire week just for the election results, that doesn't make any sense. Supposedly we have the we have the updated software. But yes, sadly, the machines in all these Democrat counties just won't work. They just won't work. Meanwhile, in other places where the Republicans have the lead, they just work just fine. Work just bloody fine. Now, how could that work? And I mentioned the fact that the software they use is actually very corruptible. Very corruptible. They can't tell the difference between a live person's ballot and a dead person's ballot. And they're the first ones who use that. Now, why is that? The dog's barking. Be quiet, Brandes. But for now, we just have to wait a little bit while. Just for a little while. As George Carlin would say. Just a little while. Not too soon. Just for a little while. I'm still trying to wake. Oh, I need my damn coffee. Yeah, sorry if this video is very messed up and I'm out of uniform. These are my pajamas because it's almost 20 degrees outside, so. And heating is now expensive. Thanks a lot, Biden. So, but I'll be back later on in the day, hopefully. I'll see you soon.